What's up, y'all? I've got a super awesome video for you guys today, as what this is going to allow us to do is generate video ideas at scale using make.com and Clay, and why this is significantly better than any other method of generating content ideas is because every single one of the ideas that we generate are hyper relevant to exactly the type of videos that we want to make. And then secondarily, it allows us to easily identify the viral video ideas that we can easily uh, replicate, right? And then and how it's done is extremely simple. And so we've got three sections. So the first one is the idea generator, and then the second one is the content creators, and then the third one is the video ideas. Let's start with idea generator. So what this is an input to the system. And so how this works is that we can go to any pages. So we can look at LinkedIn posts, we can look at support forums, we can look at public websites, we can look at Google searches, whatever we want to talk about the topic, we can easily get that data. And so all you need is a CSV of the topic at hand. And so an easy way to do this is to just go on the support forum for whatever you want to talk about. And so this is Clay, for example. We use Instant Data Scraper to get the content from Clay. Once we have this, it's going to output a CSV file that we can easily import here. Again, remember, we could get the data from anywhere because really all we're trying to get is the description of what the hell the topic is, right? Once we have that, we then put it into this AI prompt over here, which is going to read that description, read that article, read that whatever, and then generate a YouTube title for us, right? Why we want this YouTube title is because we're then going to actually search YouTube and sort it by the most viewers, right? And so we just search YouTube and then we just want to get the content related to that specific thing. So what YouTube is actively recommending, right? So that's awesome. Once we have this, we are then going to get 3 videos from 3 different channels. It could be the same channel, but we're actively looking for 3 videos in each search. Then we search for the channel, we search for the video, and if the video fits the parameters, we then send it over into this page over here, which sends it to this make automation, which has some underlying formulas that are really just like some tidy stuff, right? And then once this happens, it then sends it over into Clickup for us to easily identify. And then we have the description created. And so this is what I was talking about. So we can see the channel, see the subscribers, we can see the view to like ratio, and then we can identify how viral the video is in relation to the specific channel. And I'm realizing I've got my viral number like way too high because it's currently 15x. But like I would, yeah, this is a nice video. I would want to make that. All right. Anyways, besides the point. So that's the general concept. The other reason why this is so important is because this video in particular, I've seen it rise up in views over the past few days, and I was not actually sure why this was happening, right? It was just like, why is this video in particular getting views and it's been like 8 months, right? And what I realized is that people are actively looking for that. And so we can actually just go inside here. Oh, I think I had actually already opened these. And so as you can see, people are saying, can we set a recurring schedule? So this was 15 days ago. Another person, this was 16 days ago, scheduled column runs, right? And then they even linked the video over here. And then another person, there was actually a bunch, right? So I actually noticed that a lot of people were asking for this specific feature at this specific time. And because of that, this video was getting more views 8 months after it has been released, right? And that's what made me realize that this is going to be a good idea. Maybe, I'm not sure. Okay, anyways, let's get started with how to create this. So we've got all of this stuff inside a workbook because it's all related with one another. I've already shown the GPT prompt, but let me show it to you guys again. This is essentially what it looks like. And then the YouTube search URL is over here. I'll be showing you guys how to create the API keys and everything in a second. But as I did mention, this is really just looking for the past 3 videos, and then we're outputting the output of that into the different columns, though we don't really need to. I'm just doing it for the video. So we've got the YouTube video, we've got the title, we've got all of this stuff, right? Awesome. And then this is where some of the complexities come into play, and these are actually important to set up in this way, at least the way that I thought about it, because what's going to happen is that if you are niching down into very specific content type, people are going to keep coming up over and over again. So if you look at Eric Nowoslavsky, he's over here, and then he comes back again over here, and then you look at Clay, he's over here. You look at that again over here, right? And then this other person over here, I think it was Leadify, right? So the people, they keep coming back because they're popular in the space, right? And so what you want to avoid is having to enrich their channels over and over and over and over again, right? And so what we've done for that is we've created a database of content creators. And so these are content creators that are enriched with analytics. So subscriber count, view count, video count, average views. So remember that that formula that I had showed you guys, right? Where it was like, how viral is this video in comparison to the videos that they typically make? We can look at the average views. This person typically gets 7,000 per video. And then this one got 80,000, which was an 11x to what they typically make. So I would consider that to be on the viral spectrum, right? So that's pretty good. At least for the type of content that we're making, right? And so that's how we are determining which ones are viral. And so if it was someone like this or this, oh, this was actually a typo. We didn't actually need to get these ones. Um, but if we were looking at someone like Jordan Platten, right, who gets tons of views, a viral video for him might be like 100,000 views, right? Or significantly more than that. But someone who's like a small channel like myself, then we want to equate that stuff easily, right? And so that's how we're doing it. And then we have this video ideas database, and this video ideas database is what sends it to ClickUp, but they both work the exact same way. And so when we go back to this getting and adding, the first thing we're doing when we have the videos is we're actually just going to search for that. And so we get the channel ID from the YouTube search, and then we search our content creators database to determine whether they already exist. And if they do exist, then we do not want to create them for the specific reason that I mentioned. We don't want to spend money enriching the same contacts over and over again, right? And if they don't exist, we're then going to add them over into that specific table, right? And this is what it looks like. And this is the exact same thing that happens with the videos, right? Okay, so now that we've got the people and we've got the video ideas, by the way, this is the URL to enrich the content creators. We're using this URL endpoint over here. And then this is the one to get the video stats, right? So now that we've got the video stats, we've got the content creator stats, and we've also got the top 3 videos for that specific idea that we had initially inputted, we're then going to send the information into ClickUp. And this is using a URL endpoint that looks something like this. We're just putting all of this stuff into JSON, like, hey, just send it over to ClickUp. And so this triggers a webhook, right? And I could actually just run it, right? So let's run it once, use existing data. And then it says nan is a invalid number. Download input. Oh, it's because I'm using like a weird formula somewhere. Yeah, let me delete these ones. Let me delete these ones over here. I have to change the underlying formula, which, by the way, is going to is this stuff that's going on, right? So inside our ClickUp, so what's sending it to ClickUp, we've got some formulas over here that are essentially just like formatting it in the way that we want. So we've got some division stuff going on, and formatting. So it's probably somewhere here. Oh yes, you see average views. So average views, we don't have the average views, and so it's dividing the video views with no average views. So when we go down here, it's because we didn't have, we had an error. Is that why? And so when we run it now, let's run it over here. It should bring the data, or did it give an error? Oh, it must be in the background. Okay, so we've got it here. Let's use existing data. Okay, that works. And so at the very bottom over here, how to find anyone's email address for free inside Clay. So this is the idea. And this was all the way over here. So, oh, actually, no, says how to unlock anyone, how to find, oh yeah, it's this one, right? So this is the idea. Um, okay, so oh my god, I'm getting lost. By the way, I'm sick, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm sick. Um, but yeah, so we're using this URL endpoint over here to get the video stats, and then we get the channel from the other database by simply searching the channel ID, and then we send it over into ClickUp. Okay, so now here's how we get all of the API keys for the YouTube channel. We're essentially going into Google Cloud. So the Google Cloud console is what it's called. And then we want to go to library. And so if you actually go to the Google Cloud console, you can go to APIs and services. There's going to be library. There's going to be credentials, right? You want to click on the library. Once you click on the library, there's going to be YouTube data API. You want to click on that, enable it. Once you've enabled it, and just go ahead and do create credentials. When you do create credentials, it's going to allow you to create an API key, which you can then create to have an API key. So you see this API key over here. This is my YouTube API key. And this is what we're inputting into these URL endpoints over here. So this over here, we have the YouTube API key. And then this is what the automation looks like. We are essentially getting the webhook. So we're getting all of that data as I had previously shown. And then once we have all of that data, we are using this HTTP module to get a file. So if you wanted to set that up, you just search HTTP, get a file, this one right here. And then you simply input the thumbnail URL. It's going to essentially download that file that you can easily access. So like this is what it looks like. So it's just, you've just got the data. Once we have that, we then create the task. And so you can create this in your project management tool. It doesn't matter. This is the stuff that I was telling you guys about, where we want to get it to be formatted nicely so that we can easily just hover over it to figure out the stuff, right? So Jordan Platten typically gets 23,000. This is 18,000. So it's a 0.8x, right? But it's also a course, so it probably got him leads. And so we can use our human judgment to determine whether it's good, bad, etc., right? And then this one over here says viral. So let's actually look at this, right? So this person over here typically gets 500 views per video. This one got 11,000 views, which was a 19x increase. And so from the tens of thousands of potential runs that we can create. So like we can actually add thousands of columns over here, right? And then through those thousands of columns, we can get 3 YouTube video ideas. And then with 3 YouTube ideas, with 3 YouTube ideas, we can send them all into this automation over here, which is doing the calculations over here. And then very easily just identify the stuff that people want. And so like this is something that people want. Unlimited leads from Clay, completely for free. Like this is something people want. And we might want to see like the hook, right? And so this is the basic framework, right? I would have never ever thought to like look at this because here's the thing that happens. You look at a video like this, you're like, oh, it's 11,000 views and nothing special, right? And then you look at a video like the Jordan Platten one over here, it's got 18,000 views. You're very easily inclined to think that this video is better than that other video, but he's already got an existing audience. This person does not. And so it just allows you to put yourself into the shoes of someone who's not there and then just see what they did so that you can replicate it yourself. And so, boom, that's that. And then we create the thumbnail by adding it over into ClickUp like this. And then we send it over into a board view. We've got these statuses: bad idea, not right now, content idea, good idea. And then we simply just move it around, right? So bad idea is something that I'm never going to want to make a video about that. A good idea is something like this. Like, yeah, I might want to make that. It's nice. All right, that's it for me. Have a good day.